Testing. 1, 2, 3. Can we hear saints?
Yes.
All right, we're going to get ready to get started. Just finished with baptism, so some more saints. Hopefully their name wrote down in the Lamb's book of life. Let us all stand. How's that sound? All right. Hallelujah. Let us lift holy hands. Hallelujah. Father, we just bless you. We thank you right now. We bless your holy name. We just thank you. We thank you. We thank you, Father. We glorify your holy name. I just thank you for all that you are doing to bring your people together. You are great. We just ask you to forgive us for our sins and transgressions where we transgress against your word, where we transgress against the covenant that you have restored to your people through your Son, Jesus Yeshua HaMashiach. We bless you right now because we are here. You kept us, Father, in the midst of the storm, Father, that took place on the land. Father, you preserved all your children. You preserved all your sons and daughters. Father, you did not let one hair on our heads be harmed. And we thank you, Father, because you are faithful. You are faithful, Father. We just bless you. We just ask that you be lifted up, that we exalt you and only you today. We just ask that you keep my lips, that I say nothing, Father, that is not of you, but all of everything, Father, that you have in store for your people. We just ask that all ears and eyes be open, that they have the opportunity to hear truth, that they receive it with all that they are, Father. We just ask that they glorify your name and keep you lifted up, keep you in mind, Father. We ask that whoever see this teaching, this video today, let it be that you watch over them safely, that you keep them from all harm. Let no ills come near them. We just ask, Father, in your name, in the name of Jesus, that all, Father, who come across this be blessed, that they receive the righteous seed, Father, that should be planted in such a way, Father, that it grows into a way that you will lift them up, that you will grow up more men and women, Father, who will come into your truth, that will turn away from all the deceptions, all the lies of religion, Father, and receive you for all that you are. We bless you. Let all the saints say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise God. Praise God. All right. Well, we're back for another. And this message will not be long today. All right. But we do have some things that I want to get into. You know, I had the pleasure and the opportunity to sit with my brother Raymond, this week. Real powerful build and talk. Because, you know, one thing Raymond said, and I was listening to the video, Raymond, he said, man, real recognize real. That's where it is. That's where you see us in here, brother. There ain't no religion. We ain't dealing with the crosses. Matter of fact, this ain't our building, but we ain't dealing with no crosses. We dealing with the real deal. Because we don't need all the things that the Father told us that was going to be from the oppressor. You know, he was going to put us in a land where you was going to worship wood and what? Stone. Wood and stone. And we don't even realize that that's what's happening. The children of the Most High Yah are worshiping wood and stone. When we was out in Detroit, you know, a couple of months ago, if it was that long, seemed like it was about 2 months ago. Gee, so much stuff happened. But I took a picture, and they had, I don't know if y'all remember me talking about it in one of them videos, and they had this big statue out there. And then right behind it, you had a Bible verse out of 2 Corinthians, I believe. And I said, look at this. And this is what you do. You constantly mixing dark and what? Light. Mixing dark and light. And we know the Most High discourage us, highly discourage us to turn the other way from doing such a thing, because you cannot allow that to be a part of who you are when you striving to be righteous and you striving to be renewed. All right. So in today, what we're talking about is a peculiar people. All right. And we're going to talk about this for several reasons. You know, as I look around and as I talked on the land, you know, yesterday, I had Brother Vester read some things. Was that this morning or yesterday? Good Lord, man, this thing just be happening. It be rolling, Terrell. Hey, I just do what I do, brother. But we was talking about the significance, because here it is. Let me ask you these questions. Is it an assertive effort to eliminate a certain people?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But have you ever asked, why is that? Have you, mother? So I've asked, and then you get the guy that's on YouTube, the health ranger. He comes right out with it. And who did he say? Who did he talk to? Who've ever seen a video from the health ranger? Raise your hand. Who was he talking to, Brother Word?
Black people.
Did he say that out his mouth?
Yeah.
Yep.
And what did he say?
There's a conspiracy in the health industry, I guess, to eliminate black people, black males.
Y'all hear this?
Yes,
See, because here it is. Here, my little son, Mikhail, running around. All right. You think he prejudiced?
No, sir.
Think he racist?
No, sir.
You think he think about eliminating people off the earth?
Yes, sir.
Right? But yet it's already against him. So when I talk about peculiar, you got to start asking yourself these types of questions, because something is against you. Something is against what Yah has deemed righteous, holy, and set apart. And something is against just doing excellent and good and doing just in this earth. Okay? And so what all of those have to do with being peculiar is that the Most High, out of his own mouth, has begun to set forth something in the earth that people don't understand this phenomenon that's happening. They think that this is a movement that's taking place. Just like all the other movements, all the Black Powers and the Malcolm X's and We Shall Overcome, and you name it, right? But none of them, Black Wall Street, none of them is like what we are experiencing right now, because a lot of people are coming out and saying, Brother Dwayne, you are the holy people. I know you don't know, but you are. It's a lot of that across YouTube. Raise your hand if you come across any of that. See, it's waking you. It's in your face. So there's no way to escape now except you just deny. See, this is like now it's coming down to the pot of porch, right? Or you be in the rebirth. Pot of porch, or you be in the rebirth. And so I'm going to say this before we move on today. I want y'all to understand. See, this ain't black Hebrew Israel. Do y'all understand that? Yes, this is not black Hebrew Israel. I'm going to say it again. This is not black Hebrew Israelite. This ain't got nothing to do with that. See, that's an oxymoron. But what we are simply talking about, we're going to look at the word. We're going to start from scratch on this peculiar people thing. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I want you to be like you ain't never read nothing, because some of us, we read into something and you want things to be you. You want, so that's why some of you all are on the internet teaching. When you don't have no anointing. You ain't anointed to do nothing but sit there and listen. And people don't want to hear that, do they? I've been looking at the last few videos. I've been getting cursed out. I've just been thanking them. Man, I appreciate y'all cursing me out. Thank y'all. Because he said, blessed are you when men what? Revile you. That ain't it? Ain't I blessed? Man, hey, look at me, boy. Blessed. Brother Terrell, this is where it's got to be, because somebody got to be the ones that's going to stand up and feed people with knowledge and understanding. Feed people with truth. So you got all of these other things. See, one of the things I loved about the conversation that me and Brother Raymond had, did I talk about the Hebrew alphabet and the significance of how you draw the aleph? We're just talking about the goodness of the Most High.
Right.
And how to move. Men coming back. See, we skip all of them things because we got all of this knowledge. And you want to win people with knowledge, and after a while that knowledge starts to go down because people get bored. But you can't deny the goodness when you see people get up and walk.
That's
Right? You see the healing. Can you deny it? You can't deny it. So in this, the title of our message is A Peculiar People. How peculiar is peculiar? I'm going to tell you this. Listen to me. As a late, now I already knew this. My wife can tell you, I told her a long time ago that I wanted, this is what I wanted. I wanted her to understand that I want my body to function as best as it can, as high as it can, as long as it can. That's a long time ago. Because I understand there's something going on with this food. Do y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
And so me and her, we was able to be on the same accord because that's what my wife is on that. The same. So it's easy for us to be together. And this makes sense. So when you understand that you're peculiar, don't go out and get you somebody that you trying to max out your temple. You trying to max out living for Yah. Then you go get somebody who don't care about Yah. They don't care about the temple. I mean, they feeding you pork, and I mean, they're loading you up with the monster bacon Terminator burger over here at Hardee's. You understand? She ain't the one. Don't stuff me with that. Because what's happening, and this is just the truth, by the time a lot of our men turn 35, they done. 40, done. Then all he is just somebody helping you fix stuff around the house. Right? I'm just look, people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear it. Even Dr. Sebi said it.
Yep.
He said, I was done. But once I changed the constitution of what I was doing to my body, and I matched my intake up with nutrients from the land where I'm from. Now, wait a minute. Hold up. See, because this is peculiar. Hold up. He said once he matched it up with it, he changed. Guess what? He was in his 70s having babies. Well, baby, you got to keep that stuff going. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? Man, that's part of it, ain't it? So we don't hear this like, oh. But that's it, because what you eat help you continue to be a warrior. What you eat help you, man, to be strong at doing the things you do. I run. Do I not run, mother? Man, I look at some folks, they be like this, bro, Keith. Like, wow. So we only trying to get better because I heard that. So then, watch this. Peculiar people. Where did Yah make Adam from? From what? What is his substance of? Right. From dust you come. From dust what? You shall return. So this ground has different elements, minerals, different compositions that is made up of. And so Yah made you so unique that you need to get back and figure out what you need to match up with the composition that you made up so your body can function. You cannot put paint in the oil vestibule in the car, can you? Why not? It don't belong in there, do it? What if we put vegetable oil in the gas tank? Huh? You still sitting out there, ain't you? Are we getting this? See, one of the things that the Most High Yah said, don't eat swine or touch his dead flesh because it's an abomination. But he said it is what? Unfit. It ain't fit for you. So then we got to deal with that word right there. Because see, we're not going to talk about it this time because I'm going in deep. I mean, I'm going in so deep. I was looking at this one thing that a brother was talking about with, and me, me and Sister Gabby was sitting up and looking at it. But you had this melanated pigment conference. They didn't have nobody there that got melanin and pigment. Right. And I'm like, see, but hold up. See, I heard this long time ago. Do you know them big? Y'all got these right here in your house, 144 inch. Y'all gonna keep going. I know how we do. We won't. Look how we did with rims, right? We're all the way from 17. We all the way in, what? We're in 60s now, I think. So we don't know how to do stuff, right? We just, man, look. So that big 144 inch you got in your house, they said the contents, the plasma in this interacts with the melanin in your body. And it affects you some kind of way. Did y'all ever hear that? Y'all ain't never heard that? Do you remember hearing that, yeah? I was like, we ain't getting no big. I don't want it. Right? I'm trying to eat right. So I keep doing what I'm doing. Go to work hard on the land. You know what I mean? Huh? Right? Yeah, see? So, in this, you got to understand when we look at what peculiar is, we're not looking at what peculiar is so we can just go stick our chest out, right? No. Go stand down on the corner down there on Grand, 13th and Grand. You're going to hell. Don't you know you're going to lick the dust up off my boots? That ain't why you doing it. You arrogant. Right? The Most High wants you to understand something about you so in depth that this is what it is. My goal is when people see me, I want them to really miss who they seeing. I want you to look at me and be like, you know it's something, but you're going to find out. I just want to walk by. Oh, you're going to find out something. You will. Right? And that's where you want to be at because, see, this thing that you have is the keys to eternal life. You don't deserve eternal life. Guess what? You just abusing your body. See, when you understand that you're peculiar, these are things you do. You put drugs in your body. Right? You eat any old thing. When you understand that you're peculiar. See, y'all laid it down. He's trying to let you know you are you special. Right?
Yes, sir.
So when you begin, this is why, I'm in a habit letting the more of them know, like, man, y'all special. And I mean it. You special. I want you to keep hearing it. And hear it again. And again. So at one point you wake up and understand when you go out and see foolishness in the street, you realize you hitting on 100. These guys is hitting on like 2 and 1% of who they really should be. We was listening to something yesterday and we was dealing with things that had to do with being able to see into the spirit realm and spiritual things. And one of the things they was talking about was, do you remember the word, Demore? You remember what that word was? Frequency. You remember that? So we was talking about frequency, like, well, what is frequency? So we begin to break down what frequency is so you can understand that, you know, it's like radio. You know what I mean? Some channels are on one frequency, and when you change the channel, now you're on another frequency. Right? So it's the same thing with you speaking out of your mouth, vibration. Same thing with what you carrying around. You know what I mean? Some people operate at low frequency. Some people operate high frequency, high in the spiritual. So that's why a lot of things get released. You got these, remember the Most High said, the prayers of the righteous avail it. What do avail mean? They go forth, right? So what make theirs go forth and the prayers of a sinner I will not hear? You're in low frequency, bro. You out here with the mess, so ain't he giving heed to that. All right? So let's move forward. Let's go ahead and dig in. I want to get your mind geared up for this so we can understand. Peculiar. It is very distinctive. And this is why the assertive effort to cut off all ties to historical facts, culture, genetic connection. Did y'all hear this? And biblical truth is so high right now. It's been, I mean, when you look, see, people always, they say that you're nothing, but you have spent millions in the education system. To just, I mean, think about this. Why would you make such an effort to keep people from, you know, you put this ACT test up so you can't get through. I'm going to make you take this standardized test. I'm going to set a boundary there. I'm going to set a boundary when you try to go get, when you try to go get loans. I'm going to set a boundary when what you eat. I'm going to put Planned Parenthood right here in your neighborhood. When I was up in Indianapolis the other week, Brother Dane said, I'm going to show you something. He said, watch this. He said, I'm going to show you a site right here. And this is what I be talking about with peculiar. He said, look at this. Planned Parenthood projects. This right, I mean, right next to it. You come downstairs, go in and get your abortion, go right back next door. And then on the corner, liquor. Liquor store, Planned Parenthood projects. Boy, that's a heck of a combination for people who not know that they are people. Because you're going to go to the store and get two of them grape cigarillos. Right? Right? Cash your check. Get your cigarillos and your liquor. Go get somebody pregnant and then send her to Planned Parenthood. Right? You see that? And we just and so it's there by design. So you go look it up. Is anything concerning Planned Parenthood about genocide of a race? Yes. That's what the Health Ranger said. He said, and we've seen many things on My Alpha 21, right? That whole documentary, My Alpha 21, is all about this. We've been looking at this for a long time. I ain't new to it. That's why I started before the Most High started me out in the scriptures. Because I knew something was wrong. There's no way where every time I turn around that there's some type of blockage where I can't just excel through this like you excel through it. You see what I'm saying? And at the bottom, at the core of this, it ain't about races or prejudice. You just want justice. Right? You just want to be able to move forward. I just want to move free like you move free. At the house right now, I got a whole notebook of just documentation how you hired the other coach. Obviously, you white, I'm black. And when I left, people was like, you ain't gonna believe what they gave him. You ain't gonna believe what they. You ain't gonna, man, I said, man, I see it. And they want you to bring all the documentation in. Turn it in to us. Is it all of it? Now, wait a minute. What are you? Yeah, we're going. Do y'all still got that on file? No, we ain't. Lucky I kept it. You see what I'm saying? Why is that? What did I do? I woke up. I was born just like Mikael was born. I was born just like he was born. But I was born in the wrong pigment. I was born as the wrong people according to you. So, but in the essence, so for me, listen to it. Because now I know that you're doing this, so for me, this is what I understand. Is it for me to get mad and go get AK-47, go shoot up Walmart? No, it ain't you anyway. You ain't the one doing it. Right? It's just true, Raymond. I don't know who's gonna come across the video. I don't know who's gonna get mad. I already had some dude call me. Yeah, go ahead. Right? But it's just the truth. What I mean, I'm not going in there. All I'm saying is now I understand what the Most High doing, because the end, see, I read these prophecies different. Boy, that's a big proclamation. There's a big thing coming on earth. They know it, but they don't want to really believe it. So it ain't happened yet. So I can keep going. I'm gonna bring that scripture back into play, but I'm gonna say it today. He said, I was but a little sore displeased, but you furthered the affliction. And see, y'all was just a little sore displeased with the peculiar people. But boy, you furthered. You done hung my children all in the trees and hey, one of the things I had to bring to my brother's attention, we sat down there and looked at Deuteronomy 28:48. And that was the monument down there where they got all the slaves and everything they said. And then nakedness, and then hunger, and then thirst, right? And he should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. It all was in. Everything that's in that verse was in that picture. Everything. See, that's how good this word is. See, it'd be different. It was just like, okay, one thing, well, it ain't really. No, that ain't it. No, that's it. That's it, and this is it. See, when so we're gonna dig in. That's why we're gonna today. I'm just putting concepts in your mind because you don't get it. See, I was talking to Brother Dwayne. It's like I was telling him. I said, man, this is how powerful it is. He said, man, I was just looking to see, like, wondering, like, if Pastor Dow is preaching all of these things and you preaching all of these things, why are we not further along? And then Brother Dante did me the wonders. He said, I want you to go back and look at his very first message. And he went back and looked at it. You still saying the same thing. Exactly. You think Noah, this is what I said to him, do you think Noah preached 120 different messages for 120 years? No. It's going to rain, brother. I don't know how many ways you call it. It's going to rain. Rain is gone. Right? I don't know how many ways you want to switch it up, switch the letters up. When we get done, it's going to rain. Ain't no need to preach nothing else different. Ain't no need to get all complicated and sophisticated. You can see it. You've had these questions. You wonder why. Who had why in your mind? Just why? Why is all this happening? When is it going to stop? Is anybody ever going to do something about it? Right?
Yes, sir.
That's why I started. And see, every time I ask a question like this for the one who created all men, then that's where we end up at. All right? This is where we end up. Close it down. Do you have your computer? Can you bring that so we log on to Agile? So the whole point is, and we ain't gonna be stopped, so just go ahead and get that up here. All right, but the whole bottom line is, as we look through this, I'm going to show you something, because I don't want to spend a lot of time just blowing a lot of hot wind, more so than I want you to understand something before we get into this message. Because here's two things before we get into it. You're going to sit here, and I already told you this is a good message. But somehow, I'm going to look out there, people will be doing this. I be looking over there, you just see people over here just pop, like, dang, they look. Like, you wasn't saying yeah. You wasn't saying yes. You ain't heard nothing I said for the last 30 minutes. And see, this is why, this is how you because really, you should be digging into the book. I should just help you with the understanding. And then when you're able to stand, right? Then go and strengthen your brother. But that ain't the way, and that ain't what's happening. Y'all understand? So, I need you paying 110% attention to everything that we getting ready to lay out in this. All right? Agile. No. Go to Agile. All right, we're going to keep moving. I'm going to pull it up. And while he's pulling it up, we'll catch you all back up. So we'll go to the next slide. Let me pull it up on here. Nope. Just hold tight. All right. But it makes sense, though, don't it? So, and this is, what I'm doing, with this study. I'm really taking my time and I'm digging in. I ain't rushing. I ain't rushing at all. I'm making sure that this thing is down low. I'm making sure that I cover each one of these areas thoroughly. Because somewhere there's a truth that people need to hear, because this is what I found out about truth. When people who are on the quest for truth and they hear it, watch this, they immediately start making changes, don't they? Because you found what you was looking for. So I don't understand. That's why I don't understand backsliding and playing games, not at this hour, with what we are finding. Because surely the Most High is putting something on you now that's going to allow you to, one, he said be a light. He wants you to be a light, right?
Yes, sir.
And in being a light, that comes with some action. That comes with some action. So you can't,
further.
All right. But being in that mindset, you find a way to but you find a way to position yourself according to all that the Most High is doing. This is what I love about this. And so when I see people moving in with a slack hand, you ain't ready to run like I'm running, then I have a problem with that. I have a huge problem with that. And I don't want you around me at all, because you are a headache. And guess what? I said it. If you don't like it, guess what? There's a couple of doors back there to walk through. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right. So what we have right here, it says the fight against distinctiveness. Now let me say this statement, and I want you to hear this. The efforts of deceit are so high that it causes those in search to fall faint in their destiny of being true children of the highest. Did y'all hear what I said? What does it mean to fall faint? To what, mother? To give up. So you can see this. I want you to think about this. Think about when you go to brothers and sisters' houses and you see that they're not in a rejoiced state of mind. That's why I try to stay. I try to stay in this because I know, man, every day I leave out my door, I know I'm in a war. You know that you serving the Most High Yah. You know that he was hated first. Yep. So I don't have time to be walking around in this low frequency where it just wars me.
That's right, man.
Man, this war been long. When you read the prophecies, this thing's been on Israel for a long time, and we're starting to see the signs of the day of release, the Jubilee. We ain't hearing it. See, people ain't reading enough. We're starting to see signs of the day of the release that is going to come about. I ain't missing it. That's why the Most High said, put evil from among you. Right? Let's go to the next one. All right, factors of consideration. All right, these factors of consideration that we're going to be looking at throughout this whole study that we're going to deal with. One is the purpose of being peculiar. What is the purpose? So I want you to think about that. Lifestyle. If you're peculiar, what type of lifestyle should that encompass? What should that look like? All right? Genetic makeup. Genetic makeup. That means how are you made up? Did Yah make you different? Did he or did he not? Well, he made all men equal.
No, he's not.
People don't want to hear this. I'm going to just ask this question then. Let's go ahead and kick the ball. Let's kick it off. When you look around, let's take sports. Well, you can always pick sports. Yeah, it's right. I'm going to pick sports. Let's spill over into a lot of other stuff.
Right.
Do you see any dominance? You coach wrestling, right? Do you see anything in wrestling? Is everybody equal? I mean... And you saying this, I'm making you say this?
No, you're not.
Okay, then talk to me, brother.
Right.
What's the difference?
You have genetic differences. Most of my black athletes are more superior, to be honest. They just haven't been around the culture of wrestling. But when I put them around the culture of wrestling, they excel.
See, I ask these questions. It's ain't, listen, be offended by nothing. All right, so if you're watching this, be offended by nothing. We talking about some things right now. So I have to ask myself, How are we going all the way to Troy, Missouri, where I'm faster than everybody on this team? But yet, we getting blown out 45-0. Something ain't adding up. And when I look at the circumstance, I look at what's getting taught, I look at what's going on, then I have to ask myself, okay, I see what's going on. But you hear what I said? Yeah. Not make nothing up. Right. If I got a plate of pancakes right here, is that chicken? Why not? Because you can see that it's pancakes sitting on this plate. See, that's what we want people to do. That's what we doing in this world. We want people to see something else other than what you see. No, you see it. And that's what we doing in this world. We getting people to turn a deaf eye to what's going on. One of the other things is, the peculiar is the only chosen of Yah. So I can already tell you, I ain't even said nothing. But I can always tell you, somebody watching this or gonna come across the video is gonna say this. He trying to say blacks. Somebody gonna come across the video. He trying to say black people. Did I say that out of my mouth? But you can see the pancakes or chicken, right? You see that. Cause we gonna stay on this. So get mad. Cause when we get done,
I tell you, somebody watching this gonna come across the video is gonna say this. He's trying to say black. Somebody come across the video.
Knock the sound down on that. So and then the last one is separated people. He said, come out of who? And be ye what? Separate. So what is he trying to do? So that means anybody that's going to subscribe to this covenant, you're going to come out and be separate. That's what this is all about right now. This is what this whole thing is. And it starts with observing the Sabbath. So people don't understand. Just today, people call, all right, check this out. I got Sabbath today. But I'm going to call you when I get done with what I'm doing. All right? See, because you want people to start asking questions. Like, what do you be doing? Why you? And then I discern what I'm going to tell them or not. Because then Yeshua said, when you enter into a town, inquire of who in it is worthy. He said, cast not your pearls to who? Swine. So I discern. I ain't just running around. Why you ain't keeping the Sabbath? This ain't to everybody. Now I ain't discriminating. Man, go ahead. Go ahead. There's some people, this is what they do. They watch just to be contentious. They want to challenge and combat everything you say, even though it's the truth. Because they go find out it's the truth, they ain't going to come back to you. They just ain't going to say nothing. All right? I don't know what. It don't matter. They online, they seeing the PowerPoint. So if you want to see the PowerPoint, just go watch it online. Watching it twice ain't going to hurt. All right? Next slide, sir. All right, so, y'all, this how I do this. This is how I do it, brother. You ain't finna stop me. That's right. You go right here and say, this is in here. Now, if anybody in here mad, then, right? All right. How does this affect all other people that's not his? Now, see, is that an important question? Yeah. Because we were talking about peculiar and these things. And some kind of way, you can get up, you need to. You can get up and mess with Ain't disturbed nothing. We ain't in First Baptist, Presbyterian, you know what I
How
mean?
does this affect?
All right.
There it is. You see that? See it? You like that? There it is. Right? So, you know, it's like you got to ask that question. Because now you talking about, well, okay. Because, see, I want to talk about that. Because, see, you get people to jump early. I ain't watching no more of this. But then they still be watching.
Right.
Keep watching. Because watch this. Because I already asked the question. I said, look, how does this affect all other people that's not his? And this is what I put. We can say that other nations are inferior, but let's see Yah's rank. All right? Let's see how he ranked other nations. Okay? So I want y'all to understand. You went to the next slide? Go ahead. See, I want y'all to understand what this is about. All right? So we're going to dig into this. All right. So now we got Isaiah chapter 40. Now, before I say this, anybody here make any type of inferences? You know what an inference is? Huh? It's like an educated guess. You ever heard that? All right. So, we're not going to do that. We're going to let Yah do something. I got some key things highlighted, and then I got something underlined in here. Now, Brother Raymond, this is where we start chopping it up. I want you to go open up to Genesis chapter 5. You got KJV?
Yes, sir.
All right, open it up to Genesis chapter 5. All right. No, chapter 10, verse 5. Yep. And you stay there. See, because this is what you got to do. We got to put line upon line, right? Precept upon precept. Here a little what? There a little. There a little. Y'all hear this? So now it ain't left up to who? Who's on private interpretation? Man. See, because we doing all this talking, and then when I go, if I see anything related to owls, I already know where y'all is going with this. Automatic in the book. All we got to do is start flipping. Gomer, Celtics. I mean, right? It ain't me. So we was up there in this facility with Brother Daniel. We had the quarterback, coach, and then two other guys. It was like, so what are you guys? What are you? And Brother Daniel said flat out, we the Hebrews. We the people of the book. I was like, oh, well, shoot. I said, all right. I was, shoot. Well, let me set this down on the table because I don't know what. And he started running it down. I'm listening. So the guy said, so what happens to us? Open up Genesis 10. I said, here's the issue. Now, that don't even deal with us yet. See, I remember going to church, and my granddaddy said I was a Gentile because that's what he was told. And my grandma, you know, she was back there, you know, she picked cotton, so, you know, that's what she was told. She was a Gentile. You see this? I said, so brother, read this. And I started clicking on it. I said, look, watch these little things. You can click on them and look behind the numbers. And you got these little Hebrew numbers on it. So it tells you what, when it got translated, what, like who, what. So I'm looking at Gomer. He was looking at some other. They said, you know, from the Greece, Javon. I think I'm from Greece, brother. Do you think that? No. I said, exactly. Right here. in the book. Okay? So, let's read right there on the screen, Deacon.
Behold.
Wait a minute. Hey. Right? What? Hey. Remember every time you see hey to me, we got to pay attention, right? So y'all do that a lot in the book. That's that Hebrew letter. He said, behold. Come on.
The nations are as a drop of a bucket.
Wait.
Drop a bucket.
That don't sound good, do it? He said the nations are what?
As a drop of a bucket.
Come on.
And are counted as small dust of the balance.
You hear that? You counted as small dust. Come on.
Behold.
Wait a minute, right? So let me pay attention again. Come on.
He taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
He taketh up the isles as a very what? Big thing.
Little thing.
Great thing.
Little thing.
Powerful thing.
Little thing.
Little thing. Psst. Right? Look at it. He's arrogant. I'm reading this. Reading the book. Right? We reading the book. Come on, Brother Snow, what you got for me?
But these were the eyes of the Gentiles.
Wait a minute. Listen. Listen, I want you to read that loud. Say it loud, Brother Snow.
By these were the eyes of the Gentiles.
Stop. He said, by these were the isles of the Gentiles. Nowhere else in the book do it associate isles with nobody else. And this was associated with the seed of Japheth or Japheth. All right? This is associated with his seeds. Finish reading, Brother Snow.
Divided in their lands, every one after his tongue, after their families and their nations.
You see that? Divided in their nations. Divided in their what?
Nations.
See, this is where we got to go. We got to go slow right here. And so we write on people's head, do you hear me? Do you? Right? Because people don't want to get this. You want to keep sliding back. No, slow up. Homeboy. Slow up right here. We ain't finna go past this. You finna get this. So you can quit writing on my videos. Let's go to the next one. Well, look at that. I ain't even see that. See it? Like that, Brother Terrell? All right. This verse 17. Come on, Snow.
All nations before him are as nothing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Do you hear? Brother Rain, this is the Most High saying this. This I promise. I did not. If y'all pull up every Bible in here except the NIV, it might not say that. You hear me? But this is what you're going to get. How many nations, Brother Word? You say, what do all mean? Every other nation that ain't who?
Israel.
See how you see that? That means, look, it's only one. It's right here. It's only one. All nations. Come on, finish reading.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
Then you counted less than nothing. So nothing is nothing. You less than nothing. Right? While you making ACTs and putting stuff in people's food. You who destroy the earth in Revelation. Come on.
And vanity.
Right? Let's move on. All right, so let's look at this. Let's dig into this. Peculiar. Hebrew 44:59. All right? What did I say? 54:49. What did I say? 54:59. What did I say? I said all of them except the switch it around, right? 120 different messages on 120 years, huh? Good Lord. We're going to get there. That's why they got me up here, you know what I mean? Because you can't get mad, you can't touch it. Regardless. Right? He said touch not what? So it don't matter. Right? Look at her, pretty coming out of there. Uh-oh, don't let her trip. All right. So look what it says. Possession. Property. Did y'all know you was a property? But what it say in the red though? Valued property. Peculiar treasure. Treasure. All right? All right. Let's go. Let's look in the ancient Hebrew lexicon of the Bible. All right. So, as we see from the base, segal, all right, jewel, all right, sumac, gimo, lamed, all right, segal. So, one thing I love about the ancient Hebrew lexicon, you see these words and they put the letters together without those vowels in there that would make the vowels. All right. So I was just telling my wife the other day, the more he's learning Hebrew. So you look right here for the word that's actually added a hey at the end. So segula. Segula. All right. It changes it. But look what it says. A precious what?
Stone.
Remember, the Most High referred to, Proverbs 31 referred to a woman as what? Worth more than what? Rubies. So you can get the idea. So what he's saying about you then? You're a precious stone. Right? But he counted the other nations as less than what?
No.
You're a precious stone. All other nations, all, all nations. It's counted less than, so it's like under here. -0. You ain't starting at 0. So then watch this. Then if he said, well, I ain't gonna spoil it. No, let's wait. I ain't gonna spoil it. I want to spoil it. All right, let's go to the next one. There it is. Scriptures about peculiar people. Did Paul write that?
No,
How do you know, Brother Word?
he wasn't alive yet.
He didn't write. He didn't write the scriptures. What did he write?
He wrote,
Letters. Yeah, letters. He ain't scriptures. So people won't come quoting Paul. It's letters. Letters, scriptures. Yah spoke. Paul spoke. You understand that? Paul spoke. Yah spoke. Right? But people it don't make sense. It's like, what are you saying? Church is chicken. But I don't eat that. All right, let's go. Exodus 19:5. KJV. All right, let's go.
Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. For all the earth is mine.
You see that? So the intent was automatic. See, the intent was for you to be above all people.
Right.
The intent was for you to be peculiar. He made you peculiar, but then you didn't do nothing with it. See, think about this. In the kingdom, in the reign of the kingdom, you are going to be in a glorified state. Did you know that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or did you think after the reign, the 1,000-year reign of the king, then you get your glorified body? You're going to have a glorified body. Then what's everybody else going to have?
Whatever they had,
You see this? Peculiar. Not peculiar. Then look, after a little while, Satan's going to be loosed again. To do what? Deceive who? To deceive the nation. You see this? You're going to be glorified and Satan's going to be loose to deceive them. See how Yah set you? He just keep putting you in set apart places. Your lot is set apart, and then the other people you gotta toil because it's coming back. You're gonna have to toil even in the rain. If you don't come up, we're gonna be in there already. But if you don't come up to the feast, then you ain't gonna get rain for a year. So I mean, you ain't gonna be able to grow crops. And you gotta come in the kingdom and see the people who you didn't think that was his people. That's gonna hurt. You gotta come in the gate. That's why he said, if you don't come up, because he already know. You enlarge, you increase. So you gonna come to the door and look like, man, I ain't. Them? Come on in here and bring that bread and them bulls on in here. Huh? So people get mad at that. Come on, go to the next screen. All right, let's read this one right here.
For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy Elohim, and Yahweh has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, and above all the nations that are upon the earth.
You hear that? He said it. So I'm letting you know. Everything we read was out of his mouth. He counted the nations as less than what? Nothing. Less than nothing. And he counted his people as what? Precious stones. Precious stones. A peculiar people above who? All. See that, mother? You hate that, don't you? No, you love that, don't you? You're like, boy, I'll wait till I go to work till Monday. So I look some people in their face. Right? Hey, bro, Trey, it's good, bro. We don't want to start now. We want to be. Right? Let's go to the next screen. Now, we're not going to go over these. All right, we're not going to read these. I want you to write them down or go back and look at the video. All right? We should be about an hour in the video, so you should be go to that hour mark, and them scriptures going to be there. I promise you. Unless YouTube some kind of way take the video down, cut it out, and then put it back up. Which they ain't gonna go to all that trouble. I don't think so. Not yet. All right. So, but my point is, we got the writings and in the letters. All of these reflect the same message. It don't change. Like that white, you like that book? Like. All right, let's go to the next. All right. So all the scriptures talk about what the Most High meant for his people to understand. And that is that they are what? Do you understand that, Mother Yvonne? See, that's what you was getting immersed into. See, people, you know, before we get immersed in, now you get church, did you get a booklet out there? I ain't get you no booklet, did I? Because they ain't got nothing to do with no booklet. We're going to give you a booklet and all the church functions and all. Man, look, we striving for the kingdom. The war just started. It's hard. You understand? And we know we need intercession every day from the Most High. We need the intercession of the angels watching over us. We need the intercession of the body. Because we're in this together. See, we choose in this life, and it's set apart. So guess what? You don't need no book. Hey, guess what? Stay tuned in. Stay tied to the vine. Right? This what this thing is. All that other stuff, I want to erase that out your mind. You're a special possession to the Most High. That's why all them scriptures, they don't change. That's when you go read those other scriptures up there, it's gonna say the same. You're gonna realize, because I pointed it out, what he said about the other nations. You're gonna look at that and understand, if Yah called somebody less than nothing, so you didn't quite get it when he said, you like the dust. You like a drop in the bucket. You didn't get it until you heard you are less than nothing. That's like, oh. And then he said Israel on the way opposite end. So just hearing that, if we don't preach nothing else today, which we gotta dig in, because we finna dig all the way in. You ain't gonna just be sore. We're gonna keep digging in it. That's where I'm at with this thing, bro. I'm finna get in you. You're gonna quit. So you gotta understand the whole thing that you have experienced, the Most High, it's been there the whole time. You've been special, Carl. You've been special. You just didn't know how to accept it, or you didn't even know the parameters of being special. Right? So therefore, that's why you waste your life. You waste time. That's why I tell people, I'm on the go. There's no way to be around me wasting time when we got too much stuff to do. Let's go. All right. When you make something special, right? I love this, because this is a good thought provoker right here. When you make something special, what do you do different to this special object or thing that you possess? All right, be different than your other possessions. What do you do to it to make it?
Set it up high.
Right? Do anybody got? Wait, first of all, let me ask this: who has things that they consider like of high importance, other than some other stuff like a pack of gum laying up there on your dresser versus, you know what I mean, something else? Mother, what you want to tell us what that is, or you can't tell us? It's like,
It's just the old Bible.
Okay.
Old Bible. Keep it in a special place.
And it's you got that ranked more than that, a lot of other stuff. See how that? See, she got that put up, so she did. So you could tell that was special to her. What do you got? Did you raise your hand? You didn't raise your hand, did you? Did you, Tish? That was Perry? I seen something over here. Come raise your hand. All right, now go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, my special thing is right here. I keep them set apart and separate.
That's it. So it ain't like everything else. Like, okay. You see, y'all getting it? What about you, Sister Joy? You just love, I ain't got, it ain't nothing. And that's special to you. So if somebody came in the house and they try, there's gonna be some problems, right? We're gonna see a different, Sister Joy. Right? So you see that. You see where we're going with this. The Most High ain't gonna say you're a special possession and not make you different. I gotta get that out. Listen to what I'm saying. Do you understand what I say? Make you different. What am I saying? Like give you some commandments? No. I'm talking about you. I'm gonna specially craft you. Right? I'm gonna do something different with your skin. I'm gonna do something with your internal. Because why did he say? Watch this. See, watch. Why did he say if you would eat pig, it's unfit for you, but yet it was all right to sell it to the nations? Right? So what's different inside that it's all right for them to eat it? It ain't going. You good, but Israel, you can't eat it. It didn't just say it's unclean, but it's unfit. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So in that alone, you are made different. You can't eat what everybody else eat. That's a different thought, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
I'm just, because I'm looking at the results of how our people are getting healed by what we putting in our bodies that's from the homeland. I've been putting in the group all week. Y'all been seeing this right of return and all this. See, the Jews had a right of return. But then I look at Ghana talking about a right of return. Now I ain't promoting going. I ain't promoting going. Cause boy, they put a fence up around there. And you over there, boy, and you look. Who you gonna call? Hey! Right? Too late. Fence up. Now I ain't saying that what's gonna happen. I ain't talking about none of it. I'm just saying it's amazing that people looking at, okay, this is the 400 years. And I'm looking at what the book's saying about 400 years, because he already made a promise to Abraham. You can't say it's Egypt, because I was just pointing out to my son right there in Genesis when they came out of Egypt, he just said 430. He said at the end of 430 he brought them out. So then what other 400 years was he talking about? That's spot on 400. Man, this thing gonna end beautiful, saints. I'm telling you. And boy, some of y'all, you just gonna break down and cry at the gate. You gonna, boy, he gonna, right before you get in, he gonna wipe all them bad checks and all them tore up cars you was driving. And, do you hear me, brother Carl? Oh, hallelujah! Look, it's done. Right? Welfare and food stamps is done, ain't it? Boy. Like goodness, ain't Mother Marge? All right, let's go to the next screen. Now, I want to bring these words to your attention because watch this. See, if you're paying attention and your eyes are focused, then these words are of importance because they are in line with peculiar. Somewhere along there, Yah either sets Israel apart by his heritage. He's going to judge the nations because of his heritage. Israel in Joel chapter 3, right?
Yep.
He's concerned. He said he's going to judge the nations for his heritage. Because you done changed and manipulated his heritage. Then look how many times heritage is mentioned in the book. It's 435 occurrences. You see this? So I mean, Yah is preaching heritage. That word in the book is of significance. Choose. 116 occurrences. Choose. I choose you. You are a chosen generation. 197. Choice, right? Then treasure. These ain't words that's in the book, but it's just one time. 6. They in there. These words witness about being special because these things occur a lot. Y'all want you to get the point. My point is he's trying to drill it in. Let's go. So with this, they're getting ready to come up. All right. So how should knowing that you are of the chosen seed affect your mind state? Somebody answer that for me. Don't look. Don't give me no junk. Somebody do something. Stand up. Tell me something. Say something.
Set yourself apart.
That's how it should affect your mind.
You should have a renewed mind state.
Mm-hmm. Should have a renewed mind state. Right?
You have appreciation for what the Most High has done for you and strive harder to achieve what He has done.
I like that. See, because that's the thing that people don't appreciate. You know, you give your neighbor something. Better yet, you give your children something, brother. Word, that's the thing. This is why I was teaching them. You know, because early on, so I already knew I was buying a bunch of toys. Other people, all this stuff they got, other people are giving it. You ain't tearing my money. I done had very little money torn up by my children. No. Right? So, you know, and my point is, we used to, you know, I remember one year their granddaddy got them a bunch of stuff. I said, let me watch how long this stuff lasts. Some of the stuff was getting torn up on the way home in the car. I said, wow. Woo. And we got home, and I remember they got some tracks one time that light up. The cars on, man, look, that thing ain't hardly last. Cars, wheels tore up. I said, look at this. Appreciation. See, when you understand what the Heavenly Father is doing, you're going to appreciate it. To understand that you are chosen, just on what we said today, just right now should be enough to incite a desire in you that never gets put out, because now you see that the world's not going to change. How long have this same group of people been put down? Was it 1 year, 2 years? What do you think, Brother Raymond? My brother say, oh, right. Huh? Mother Marge? Since you've been here, right?
Yes, sir.
Ain't changed yet. I know Mother Marge. Mother Marge knows something. She been here. And she said it ain't changed, then guess what?
It ain't changed.
It ain't changed. But none of us ain't got the years on us. Go ahead, Brother Dante. Guarding.
I mean, again, if it's precious, like Brother Perry said, his wife and his family is, you know, that Bible, mine is my mind. I may go to deacon, I may go to you, but I'm not going on the world and let nobody try to tell me how I should be on the next level of protection.
That's it.
In the fight, I'm protecting my life at all costs.
That's it. I mean, that's me. That's me, because I understand this walk every day I leave out my house. See, listen to me. See, because now we're talking about a heavy thing. When you realize, just like me, I've come to grips. When I first was coming into this truth, I was like, okay, I know we Israel. I know, I get it, but not to real. Man, I ain't wasting no time with people, because I know. And see that, but not only do I know, but I know how important it is to the Most High Yah. See, I was reading in, I want to say Isaiah 43, and the Most High was challenging Israel to put him on trial, because he said, because you have burdened me with all your sins. See, and so then to hear, I had to, I had tears in my eyes, because guess who in there? I'm in there too. He was talking to them through the prophet Yeshayahu, Isaiah, but then immediately it crossed my face like. So then when you learn who you are and you know what y'all done, so then you get the Jesus or the Yahshua story. It comes to you a different way now. It ain't Jesus, sweet Jesus. Opposed to a kinsman redeemer that stood up there and he didn't say a word. Because he know. I came for my people. Now, you can receive me now, or you can experience this wrath when I come back. They said when he come back, he gonna have fire where?
Eyes.
So that sounds like you come to play, shoot little hoops, don't it? No, you ain't come to shoot no hoops. You understand? So in knowing that, I know what Yahshua has done. So now I'm like, my everyday, that's why I said in the car this week when I was in Isaiah 43, and I said, you know what? Man, I owe my life. Every breath I take. Every breath I take. What else do I have to live on this earth for? Because if I keep living and I do my own will, I have another chance to burden you. I want to be a burden to the Most High. I don't want to hurt the Most High. I don't want your heart to ache because of me. Are you understanding? So you, Brother Dante, you spot on. See, this is what people got to hear. You take this thing of being peculiar as great. No matter how you have returned to the Most High, whether you be of another nation and you have come to be as Israel, as a homeborn, or if you are somebody who is of the lineage and a descendant, and you looked and you found and you saw and you heard, then you understand that right now life stopped. That's why when you got baptized, I'm saying, listen, you died right there on the banks. No more you, Terrell, no more. None. I'm not hearing it, bro. I ain't saying you can't mess up. That ain't what I'm saying. Because guess what? A righteous man fall 7 times. But what I'm saying, brother, that old Terrell, he dead. He can't have no more reign in your life. This is why I'm telling people. This is why I am where I'm at right now. This is why the Most High Yah is just, man, he just doing magnificence in my life right now. Man, this thing, I can't even explain how this thing feels because I see it. I see it, and he's sending me forth to do it. And I'm saying it. You start showing me in the Word how I have burdened you in the times of the past. How I've caused your heart to hurt with my own wickedness. And you've done all of this to show that we are chosen. Y'all ain't letting you down no more. Not me. Not me. This is too special to be peculiar. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
This is what you're called. You called for such an hour as this. You are. Why would you leave out of here today and just let yourself continue to be in the same old slump, being a slugger, being lazy? I mean, just not standing. I mean, my every breath, I get up because of the strength of the Most High Yah. I don't keep laying down in the bed because I know I got to get up and serve Yah with everything that's in me. That's what you got to be. You can't leave here the same today. You chosen. You are the peculiar. You got to rise up today. It's got to be it today. This day. That's what I'm telling y'all, man. That's why we taking our time with this. Because y'all showing you the intricacies of how he designed this from the beginning. He showed you the end from the beginning. So the intricacy of how he is allowing you to come back and be a partaker and don't be on the side of wrath because he loved you that much. Man, this thing's amazing. I refuse. That's what my every day, when I rise up, I'm looking to see where I'm at. I'm looking to see where my brother's at. I can't let you just lay around and not being who you're supposed to be. Brother, you ain't understanding. Wake up. Get with the program. A righteous man love what? Rebuke. Because you know you got to get it right. Let's go, bro. Right. So we're going to touch these last areas so we can now put this in some sort of sense. So from a historical standpoint, we're going to look at the biblical layout of being chosen. So you can't start at the end. Got to start in the beginning. See, when you see Yah say he chose a nation, there's been many people that has been upon the face of the earth. There's a lot of people that have been born. And one of the questions Ezra asked, well, what's going to happen to all of these people? Because almost all who have been born, well, hell have done what? Have enlarged herself. See? So, to be peculiar, you got to understand all the dynamics of these things. Let's go forward. So what we're going to look at is before the flood. Could you imagine being in that? There ain't nowhere to go. Ain't no land. It's going to keep raining. He was preaching it for 120 years. Kept preaching it. Kept preaching. It's going to rain. Dwayne, ain't no different message. Ain't no different message. It was coming. The deluge was coming. To wash, cleanse. This time you're going to cleanse by fire. Fire purifies, refines. Chosen seed. Your life got to change. Because he ain't coming back for you. He coming back for an assembly, a body, a church without a spot or a blemish. You know what a blemish is? Right? A spot. He said he didn't want none of that. He didn't even want a lamb. It's just a lamb. No. Don't bring me a lamb with a blemish. Because he wants the best. He wants the best. So if he calling you chosen, then who are you? So then the question I asked Brother Raymond at the beginning, right? That's the only way people won't keep you from trying to be, right? The best if I do all of these stumbling blocks and all of these hindrances so you can't figure out that you are the best. This makes sense, don't it, Josh? Let's go. So let's look at this. All right? This is a chronology chart from Adam to Abraham. Okay? And the whole point I want to make here is that there's a lot of names here. But do you think everybody's name that was up here was righteous? In fact, what we're going to read in the book of Jubilees, the Most High is going to clarify about righteous. Terah. That was Abraham's dad. Abraham had more gods in his house than anybody. Right? See, it don't mean that you're righteous. This is about being chosen. You understand? Watch this. Adam had Cain and Abel. You don't see Abel's name up here because of what? Cain killed him. You see Cain's name up here? No. It go Adam, then what? Seth. But then, wait till we read. Because is that all Adam had? No. Then look, we come down to Noah. Then look at this. Where's Japheth and Ham? Oh, you see this? Chosen. See, this thing about being chosen. But watch, see, let's not talk. See, we got to read. We got to listen. Let's go to the next screen. So we're going to dig in. Let's go to Better Sheep. Yep, Better Sheep, Genesis, right? chapter 4, and we got chapter 5. So we're going to look at evil seed versus righteous seed, because you got to understand that. See, Yah give every man according to what? Your intent or your heart, right? So He's going to give you over to your desire. Whether it be good, whether it be bad. So that's why some people's name ain't up there, because you already are of a evil intent. That makes sense? Let's go. Chapter 4.
And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad. And Irad begot Mahujael. And Mahujael begat Methusael. And Methusael begot Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, you wives of Lamech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged 7-fold, truly Lamech 70 and 7-fold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For Yah, she said, has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
Now, watch this. See, we read all that because, number one, we noticed Cain had seeds, right? Those are Adam's grandchildren. Y'all know that? Right. But then we hear Adam had another seed, right? And they said, Yah have what? Read it again.
And Adam knew his wife again.
And Adam knew his wife again.
And she bare a son and called his name Seth.
And called his name Seth.
For Yah, she said, has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, who Cain slew.
You hear that? So that was counted. See, that's the difference. Counted. That's what it come down to. Counted. Being counted. You know, faith was accounted to Abraham. And so therefore he is known as the father of what? See, you see what I mean? It wasn't Terah, was it? But these are all people that born. See what I'm saying? They was born. Somehow these people have made it into their where Yah is considering them. All right, let's go. Yes. All right. So let's go to Jasher 5:1-21.
And it was in the 84th year of the life of Noah that Enoch, the son of Seth, died. He was 905 years old at his death. And in the 179th year of the life of Noah, Canaan, the son of Enosh, died, and all the days of Canaan were 910 years, and he died. And in the 234th year of the life of Noah, Mahalalel, the son of Canaan, died, and the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared, the son of Mahalalel, died in those days, in the 336th year of the life of Noah. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died.
Pause. Now I want you to pay attention. I want you to go back to that list while you read. All right? So I want you to hear these names that he's reading off first. See, this book is going to classify something. Okay? So let's keep reading.
And all who followed Yahweh died in those days, before they saw the evil which Yah declared to do upon the earth. And after the lapse of many years, in the 480th year of the life of Noah, when all those men who followed Yahweh had died away from amongst the sons of men, only Methuselah was left.
Now you hear this? So it's talking about all these people. Why did they die? What did it say? Why did he say take them away? They were found what? Righteous. So before this thing was going to come, he said, I'm going to take them out. Because they righteous. I don't want them to have to bear that. I don't want them to experience that. You right? Let's go.
And Yah said unto Noah and Methuselah, saying, Speak ye, and proclaim to the sons of men, saying, Thus said Yahweh, return from your evil ways, and forsake your works. And Yahweh will repent of the evil that he declared to do to you, so that it shall not come to pass. For thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I give you a period of 120 years. If you will turn to me and forsake your evil ways, then will I also turn from the evil which I told you, and it shall not exist, saith Yahweh.
Stop. Now what do you think he was preaching during the 120 years? Right? And so it was coming regardless, because Yah said, I'm going to take them out. Okay? And so you hearing it, what's becoming of this. So we looking in the beginning, the emphasis of him now, this is before he was going to have a chosen nation. But it was already getting set up because righteousness was going forth already. See, we're going to hear some things that's going to come up, but again, we see Noah, then we see Shem. We see Noah, then we see who? Shem. So in seeing that, then there are some things that he's going to read you don't want to miss. Go ahead and finish.
And Noah and Methuselah spoke all the words of Yah to the sons of men day after day, constantly speaking to them. But the sons of men would not hearken to them, nor incline their ears to their words, as they were stiff-necked. And Yahweh granted them a period of 120 years, saying, If they will return, then will Yah repent of the evil, so as not to destroy the earth. Noah, the son of Lamech, refrained from taking a wife in those days to beget children. For he said, Surely now Yah will destroy the earth. Wherefore then shall I beget children? And Noah was a just man. He was perfect in his generation. And Yahweh chose him to raise up seed from his seed upon the face of the earth.
Now stop. Look at this. Did you hear what he said? Wickedness was going forth. And he found a righteous man. Y'all ain't listening. Are y'all listening? Here it is. So that means that Noah's name was better than silver and gold. So what did y'all chose him to do? Raise up what? Are y'all paying attention? See, I'm looking at this book. I ain't playing around because you got to understand something. It'll be your seeds that y'all use. Because he count the nations as less than what? Nothing. It's for you to raise up righteous seed in the earth. Come on. Go ahead.
As I read this, he showed that he had faith, and that's why y'all chose him.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he said was, surely now y'all will destroy the earth.
Yep.
Whereas no one else had received that.
That's right.
So y'all said, well, there's a man. Actually, you are going to raise up seed.
That's it.
And Yah said unto Noah, take unto thee a wife, and beget children, for I have seen thy righteousness before me in this generation. And thou shalt raise up seed, and thy children with thee, in the midst of the earth. And Noah went and took a wife, and he chose Naamah, the daughter of Enoch, and she was 580 years old. And Noah was 498 years old.
Hey, bro. Come on.
When he took Naamah for a wife. And Naamah conceived and bare a son, and called his name Japheth, saying, Yah has enlarged me in the earth. And she conceived again and bare a son, and called his name Shem, saying, God has made me a remnant to rape.
Let's back up to Japheth. Genesis 10:5. Gentiles.
And Naamah conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Japheth, saying, Yah has enlarged me in the earth.
Now stop. When you look up that word, Genesis 9:27, enlarged, it means in a sinister way. To fool, to trick. So is that enlarging necessarily good?
No.
So if I think about you coming to the shores of the sea with your hand out and the other hand behind your back, sinister. Yeah, we're happy with Thanksgiving. Right? Bam! Homie the clown. Right? Don't mess around. Right? Oh, they know. Right there, Joe. I ain't letting them get out of here. They know it. I know the other one. Everybody else like, I ain't worried about them. Come on.
And Noah was 502 years old when Naamah bare Shem, and the boys grew up and went into the ways of Yahweh. And all that Methuselah and Noah their father taught them. And Lamech, the father of Noah, died in those days. Yet truly he did not go with all his heart in the ways of his father. And he died in the 195th year of the life of Noah.
You hear that? So Lamech didn't go in the ways of Methuselah. All right? But when we read in what's the name, Seth went in the ways he was supposed to go to. And he was raised up as righteous. Shem have made Noah a remnant in the earth. Shem did. Shem did. Shem brought forth the righteousness. Shem is a remnant in the earth of the righteous. Shem is a remnant in the earth of the righteous. That's what we're reading about. Y'all hearing this? Let's go. Is that it?
And all the days of Lamech were 770 years, and he died. And all the sons of men who knew Yahweh died in a year before Yahweh brought evil upon them. For Yahweh willed them to die, so as not to behold the evil that he would bring upon the brothers, their brothers, and relatives. And he had so declared to do so.
Y'all hear this? He willed them to die, so you ain't got to touch this. I'm not going to touch you. We'll see you on when it's time to wake up, when the righteous rise in the first resurrection. So everybody that's getting up, you're going to be with them. Right there. You know what I mean? You see how beautiful? See, y'all going to bring it all together. People going to be just blown away. All right, let's go to the other screen. Yep, right there. All right, so the chosen one among the sons. So we heard about Shem. Now we're going to dig deeper into Shem for a reason. But see, this picture up here, I pulled this picture about Mount Zion because there's two Mount Zions. The one they present to you. Now, wait a minute. Did you hear what I said? The one what? See, here we go again. Now, why are you presenting another different? See, you see how you got to keep on? It just goes on and on and on. Then you present another Mount Zion opposed to the real Mount Zion. You see what I'm saying? So you think about that. How much deception is these folks going to go through? All that they need to go through just to keep you from being peculiar. All right, let's go to the next. All right, here we go. Jubilees. Now, what in the world happened to that eight? I don't know. You know it wasn't like that. I'm looking at this. You can't even see that back there. Like, let's read.
And it came to pass in the beginning of the 33rd Jubilee that they divided the earth into 3 parts.
Now you hear this? I didn't put the map back up there because most of y'all didn't put that map up so much. It's in them studies that you're doing. You're going to see it. Shem, Ham, Japheth. You're going to see it. But it's right here in the book. So it was divided into 3 parts. Now go ahead.
For Shem and Ham and Japheth, according to the inheritance of each, in the first year, in the first week, when one of us who had been sent was with them. And he called his sons, and they drew nigh to him. They and their children, and he divided the earth into lots, which his 3 sons were to take in possession.
Now stop. Now he said he divided it into lots. All right? A lot. When you have a lot, that's yours. It belongs to you. Nobody else. All right? But he said in Genesis chapter 9 that Japheth shall dwell in the tents of Shem. Come on.
And they reached forth their hands and took the writing out of the bosom of Noah, their father. And there came forth on the writing as Shem's lot, the middle of the earth, which he could take, or which he should take, as an inheritance for himself.
Hold up, Brother Snow. He said Shem was going to take the middle of the earth. Now, see, this is one of the reasons why, I told y'all, wait till we get into the genetics. And the stuff we're going to look at, because then this healing stuff going to make sense. He said he gave Shem the what?
Middle of the earth.
So all the herbs that people are getting healed with is coming from the middle of the earth. For our people, that people can't seem to heal, but we getting healed of stuff that's coming from the middle of what? Middle of the earth. See this? That's why we gotta go to the book, because see, it's hid in plain sight. Y'all hear me, but y'all don't. Y'all missing it. See, y'all look, your substance, you right there, the ground that he made Adam was right there in the garden. Right? It was right there. He made Adam, did what he do? Put him where? Put him in the midst of the garden. Adam is from that substance. Something, Brother Keith. We're going to take our time with this. Finish reading.
And for his sons, for the generations of eternity.
You hear this? He gave the middle of the earth to Shem and to his sons, who are the generations of the earth, for eternity, for a few months. Eternity. For eternity, for just a few weeks. Eternity. Right? What the heck is eternity? Forever. Right? That middle of the earth belongs to somebody for eternity. You hear that, Brother Raymond? Peculiar. See, the people, that's why I said, you lie where Mount Zion is. You got to go through an extensive. See, when you start to understand the UCC and all this other stuff and the things that they do, man, these folks have mapped this out to keep you in so much bondage that you fall fainting away. Didn't I say that?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
From the middle of the mountain range by far, from the mouth of the water from the river Tina, and his portion goeth towards the west through the midst of this river, and it extends till it reaches the water of the abysses, out of which this river goes forth and pours its waters into the sea Miat. And this river flows into the great sea, and all that is towards the north is Japheth.
Now wait a minute. All that's towards what?
The north. The north.
Go ahead.
And all that is toward the south belongs to Shem.
See that? Come on. All right. So now we on 17 through 19.
This portion comes forth by lot for Shem and his sons, that they should possess it forever unto his generations forevermore. And Noah rejoiced that this portion came forth for Shem.
Wait a minute. You hear that, Terrell? I was glad that Ham got it.
No, Shem.
That Shem got it.
Yeah.
You hear this? He said Noah rejoiced that this portion came forth for Shem and who? His son. He was glad. Come on.
And for his sons. And he remembered all that he had spoken with his mouth in prophecy.
You hear that? Wait a minute. See, this look. Peculiar. He ain't just talking. He ain't just made up. All that he has spoken with his mouth in what? Prophecy. Come on.
For he had said, blessed be the Yahweh Elohim of Shem.
Blessed be the Yahweh Elohim of Japheth.
Shem.
Of Ham.
Shem.
Was Ham name on that list?
No.
Was Japheth name on that list?
No.
Shem. The middle of the earth. I done heard so much. I done heard that Africa ain't even the right way on the map. And what you said, the middle of the earth, or the Middle East, ain't really the middle. It's so much that, I mean, I'm just saying what's out there. So these things that if you're going to follow the Most High Yah and study and show yourself approved, you got to sit down. You got to cut that video game off. Come on.
And may Yahweh dwell in the dwelling of Shem.
Look where he said, may Yah dwell where?
In the dwelling.
Nowhere else. See, peculiar started way back there. Look what Noah is saying. So I'm saying this and we're reading this because guess what? You look and you ask the same question that Ezra asked. Well, what about all the other people? Well, why they ain't blessed? Well, why they ain't getting all of the portion that we get? You want to know my answer? Come on, I ain't going to do it. I'm going to say, I'm going to spare you. Let's go. Yep.
And he knew that the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies.
You hear this? He knew that the Garden of Eden was the Holy of Holies. Is that it?
And the dwelling of Yahweh and Mount Sinai, the center of the desert, and Mount Zion, the center of the navel of the earth.
You see this? Mount Zion is the navel of the earth. You see this? Come on.
These three were created as holy places facing each other.
This was given to Shem. So then watch this. Watch this. This is just to prove that this is going to happen. That the children of Shem was going to be back in that place. Revelation 22:14. And blessed are they that keep the commandments, for they shall have right to the tree of life. Where's the tree of life at? In the garden. Right?
Yes, sir.
See, this is yours. Automatic, peculiar. I'm trying to show you how. Come on. Was that it? Let's go verse 22.
And for Ham came forth the second portion.
The second portion came to Ham. Go ahead.
Beyond the Gihon, towards the south, to the right of the garden, and it extends towards the south, and it extends to all the mountains of fire. And it extends towards the west to the sea of Atel, and it extends towards the west till it reaches the sea of Moab.
I'm going to trip you out after you get done. Because see, then you're going to understand something about what I'm saying about peculiar. I said made. I said he made you peculiar. Not just chose you and then you just, oh, we just supposed to go to church and we holy. This same mental scent that we be ascribing to, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But we had to go way back here so you can understand, because then people can't change. See, you can rewrite the story, and he can tell you his story. He can tell you his story. Or history. I know everybody lost it. History. Okay. He can tell you what he wants. But when you get done, the sons of Shem has a certain makeup. Because in each one of them regions is something that is unique to you. The way you need to eat, right? And preserve yourself. So genetics. So remember, right? Come on.
That sea into which everything which is not destroyed descends.
All right, let's go. Let's keep moving. 24. Yep.
And this is the land which came forth for Ham as the portion which he was to occupy forever, for himself and his sons unto their generations forever.
How long was Ham supposed to occupy that?
Forever.
Forever. Come on.
This is the land which came forth for Japheth.
Now look, was Japheth the oldest or the youngest? He's the middle.
He was the oldest.
Somebody said.
I'm sorry.
Remember, we just read it. See, Japheth was the oldest. She had Japheth first.
Shem was born second.
Right? Shem was born second.
Right.
Ham was born third. Shem was given the first portion. Ham was given the second. And the oldest get the third. So let's think about this. So you ain't paying attention to history. Wait a minute. You sitting back like this, right? In large increase, ain't it?
That's it.
In a sinister way.
Sinister way.
See? It's in the book. Like, see, like, I know what I'm going to do. And guess what? That's in there too.
Right.
Because if we need to read it, we will. Because they gave a covenant that whoever go into the other person's land, they shall be cursed. And then you see one of the seeds of Japhet. Come right after. Right after the covenant. 400 treaties in America that you ain't honoring none of them. We got you. Ain't it, brother? Boy, we got these folks. It's in the book, man. Before you take them all out and hide it. On where we found Joshua, because in Joshua said the rest of the day, that the rest of the story, that the day that the sun stood still, is it not written in the book of Joshua? Now here it is. All of it. Japhet. You was given the last portion. You the oldest son. When, guess what, the Most High said, the oldest get what? You a double. You a double. You a double inheritance. So you got to be mad then. It's like, wait a minute. Come on. See, it's in there, ain't it, Bro Terrell? Come on.
And his sons, as the portion of his inheritance, which he should possess for himself and his sons, for the generations forever. 5 great islands, and a great land in the north. But it is cold.
Now stop. But it is cold. Now watch this. Hold up. So if I'm born, we just looked at this. We're finna go look at this some more this week. But there is a chemical reaction with sulfur and another element that whenever the temperature gets cold, that warms the body. So therefore you're able to survive in there. Now I ain't making this up. Because you're the proof. And Brother Daniel, if you watching this, you can attest to this. We was in Indianapolis. Man, look, it was so cold, Brother Ray, my face was hurt. And I had on all kind of coats. I was like, man, it's cold. Man, it's cold out here. Dude come up, white dude come up in shorts. He come stand right in the store. I was like, I said, bro, hey, this cat need to go put some clothes on. So one trying to find out if he was cold. Wow. So I'm asking the question is, okay then. What he said he gave Japhet the land as what? Cold. Right? He gave the land as cold. Then, not only that, so what we got to ask ourselves is this. What kind of vegetation and food that you have that was in the cold? There wasn't a lot of herbs. Right? A lot of meat. So, you see what I'm saying? Because we can see that if we look at the animals. The animals eat different in different regions. Right? So when you bring polar bears over here, you can't feed them like you feed a giraffe. Right? Just food. They just throw it out there, just food. But this was happening to you because you ain't really separated. Let's look at this as we close this out. Separate don't just mean I got a people over here and then I got a people over there. No, he separated all the way down through all of those things that I laid down. From your lifestyle, genetics, right? From the way you supposed to honor him versus how other people honor him. See, we got to dig all the way into this, but we just laying it open today. It was just now. The other ones, we just going to spend just the main portion of those Sabbaths talking about that subject because it's a lot of things that I want you to understand, especially genetics, because then we go look like what it mean. Well, let me say this. One of the things that Brother Ron Dalton has been big on, he's been studying, and I don't have it correct, but he always talk about this E1, B1, and whatever the last part of this blood type is. When they was doing this genetic background of the Hebraic people, they found that that same code matched the people in North America. And all the people that have been scattered, that's, guess what? So now it linked it back to the sons of Shem that belong in that area. See, when you talk about peculiar, Yah got you marked. He got you marked internally by your body, by genetics. He also said that, guess what? In Deuteronomy 28:46, and all these signs shall be upon thee and upon thy seeds or thy descendants as a sign and a wonder forever. Why? Because you were disobedient. So people ain't gonna understand the science if they don't know nothing about that. They need some other type of things for you to prove to them that prove it to me that you the people. When you know, you look at the signs, because again, that's a marker of being peculiar. See, when you peculiar, you can instantly identify with them things. See, this is what it means to be peculiar. See, I got to get you to walk these things down. Screw everybody else that's on the outside of this. They don't have nothing to do with what we're learning, what we're trying to understand, how we're trying to get back to who we are. See, that's why, I told my wife I'm excited about what we're about to do with this meal plan, because we get ready to go through and just make this as a journal. We're going to make this as a journey. We're going to make this as an opportunity, all right, to be in the accord of what the Yah want us to be, especially knowing that these are our temples. These temples belong to the Most High Yah. Let us begin to put the things in the body that belong in there. Let us put the things in the mind that belong in there. Let's be the children of the Most High, peculiar people, set apart unto the Most High Yah like we're supposed to. Let us all stand. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High Yah. Praise God. Hey, I'm telling you, we own it. Hallelujah. Praise God. That's it. That's it. Hey, we bless all of y'all for stopping in, watching, and being a part of what we're doing. We hope you continue to follow us as we go down through this peculiar people journey that we are on. This is not just for a Sabbath message, more so than it is making a lifestyle and a mental change so that we do the things that's necessary, because the time is running out. And I believe if we be without spot or blemish, that the Most High Yah is going to do something just amazing and great before the eyes of all the heathen. And they shall then know that we are sanctified in the Most High Yah. You all be blessed. I'm Pastor Corey with the Straightway Ministries of Straightway, Kansas City. Shabbat Shalom. Hallelujah. All right, let us live holy hands.